Take their seats. As a reminder, please ensure that your mobile phones are switched off or in a silent mode for the entire duration of ceremony. Our ceremony will begin shortly. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is AJ Panwar, and it is my great honor to welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. We would now like to begin the ceremony here now in the presence of our outstanding candidates for academic recognition, distinguished member of faculties and administration, admirable alumni, trusted, honored guests and friends. The Medical University of Silesia graduation ceremony of the International and European English language medical programs for the class of 2026 is hereby convened. Okay, everyone, please rise for the academic procession for our university dignitaries, followed by the Polish national anthem.
Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła, kiedy my żyjemy. Co nam obca przemoc wzięła, szablą odbierzemy. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski. Za twoim przewodem złączym się z narodem. Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za Twoim przewodem złączym się z narodem. Marsz, marsz Dąbrowski, z ziemi włoskiej do Polski, za Twoim przewodem złączym się z narodem.
Before we begin, I would like to sincerely thank our professors and lecturers on behalf of all the students. You may proceed to sit down. Moving on, I would like to say a few words in Polish to begin with. Dziękujemy za wszystko, czego nauczyliście. Dziękujemy za waszą cierpliwość i wsparcie. Bez was nie byłoby nas tutaj dzisiaj. Dziękujemy bardzo. It is now my honor to invite our beloved Dean, Prof. Tomasz Francuz, to the podium to deliver his opening address.
Good afternoon. Dear Rector, dear Dean, our dear professors, colleagues, guests of our dear students, and of course, last but not least, our dear students. Still for a few moments, you are our students. Very soon you will be our graduates, colleagues, and hopefully our co-workers. And I'm absolutely sure that after all these 6 years you spent here, and I think that the years were highly productive, you experienced probably a lot of good stuff. Sometimes, of course, tough times, like maybe biochemistry, anatomy, and so on. But I'm pretty sure that mostly your experience here in Poland was really nice, and the last 6 years will stay forever in your heart. And for sure, I can tell you from my personal experience, after the years will pass, you will go back in your memories to these beautiful times, to your colleagues, to the moments you spent at our university in Poland, and the beautiful life you spent here. But we are here all together because of your parents, our parents, and I think that the huge gratitude belongs to you because of your effort and your dedication to your children. They can make their dreams true and finally received the diploma of a medical doctor. I think that this type of diploma is one of the most respected all over the world, and with such a diploma, no matter when you will be living in the future, you will be respected, and other people will trust you and will believe that you are the right person who can help them, especially in the really tough moments when we are sick, when we have problems. And of course, at these particular moments, we trust doctors. We trust that your decisions will be perfect, will be decisions which make our life better. And I hope that the knowledge and experience you have from these studies, we try to share with you, will help you to become better people and better doctors in the future. Especially that, as you can see, we are getting older and older, so there will be a moment when we will be seek for your advice and your help to improve our health. So thank you for all these 6 years we spent together. It was really beautiful times, and for me it was a great pleasure to be a dean of this faculty for this long period of time and to meet you, to know a lot of you in person. Sometimes to be maybe surprised by your ideas. Sometimes, of course, we had to make, tough decisions, but most of the moments was really, really beautiful, and I would like to thank you for all these 6 years. And I hope that today is a very special day because you will receive finally the diploma and you will go to your home countries and become, the fully licensed doctors. However, I deeply feel that it's not the end of our journey. We will meet again very soon with many occasions. Now you will be not our students, but our colleagues, probably persons sometimes we have to consult to get your opinions on many fields. And of course, we invite you to keep a contact with our university to make maybe, you know, the subsequent degrees, like for example, PhD, specialization, and so on. So once again, I would like to deeply, from deep of my heart, thank you for the last 6 years and wish you all the best and huge progress and prosper in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Francouz, for your inspiring words. It is now my pleasure to invite the Vice Rector for Development and Technology Transfer, Professor Edward Villanova.
Dear Dean, dear colleagues from the Dean's Office, distinguished professors and faculty, dear graduates, esteemed families and loved ones who have traveled here from across the world. It's my honor to address you today on behalf of the Rector, Medical University of Silesia, Professor Tomasz Szczepański, and to say what has, I believe, been felt in this hall for some time now. You made it. Congratulations. In a few moments, you will leave this auditorium no longer as a student, but as a physicians. Allow me a brief word of gratitude to Dean and to the colleagues of the Dean's Office. Thank you for your tireless organizations and care with which this day would not have been possible. To our professors, to our professors also, I'd like to say thank you very much for shaping not only skilled clinicians, but thoughtfully compassionate human beings. To our graduates, thank you for your resilience and for choosing to build your future here at the Medical University of Silesia. And to the families and loved ones, thank you for standing behind every diploma, often from the thousands of kilometers away. Looking at you today, I see genuinely international community who came here from different countries, from different cultures to learn one common language, the language of caring for another human beings. You have learned it especially well. Allow me a short story about classes. Before Steve Jobs became one of the most influential creators of our time, he dropped out of the college early on. He stayed on the campus and sat in calligraphy classes, learning about letters, forms, and the beauty of typography. It seems to have no use at the time. Maybe you had some classes like his classes, yet a decade later, that knowledge became the foundation of the elegant typefaces of the first Macintosh, changing the way computers look at what write. I don't know which of your lectures felt the most tedious, boring, or difficult, or which subject you were certain you would never use again. But I would like to offer you this thought. It will be precisely that lecture, the one you found last useful at the time, that one day proves indispensable in your practice. In medicine, as in life, we rarely know in advance which piece of knowledge will turn out to be crucial. I do hope, however, that unlike Jobs, none of you dropped any exams along the way in medicine. There is a little room for learning a lesson a decade too late. If I may, I would like to add a personal memory because I have been graduated from the Medical University of Silesia 41 years ago. It was also in Katowice, in this auditorium, but probably you know this hall. It's named White House. It's not in Washington, but in Katowice. And I remember this ceremony. I remember the handshake of my dean. I know him, his name, and after 20 years, he trusted me because I performed him surgery. I wish you also this situation, maybe not here, maybe, but who knows, we traveled a lot. And I think that it's very important sentence here on the wall. Maybe someone knows this sentence. It's about mentors. It's very important. If I have seen, I am ophthalmologist, that is what for me it's very important. If I have seen further, it is big standing of the shoulders of the giants. Giants, it's yours, mentors. Remember of us, remember of our university. Dear graduates, you now enter a profession in which you will touch every day what is most fragile in human being. Carry this privilege with humility and courage. Let empathy be your compass as often as knowledge is. On behalf of the authorities, and especially on behalf of Rector, Medical University of Silesia, Professor Tomasz Szczepański, I congratulate you on this great achievement. And I wish you that this university remains in your memory and also in your heart as the place where your journey to becoming good doctors, good people, truly began. Congratulations and best luck, doctors. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for your thoughtful remarks, Professor Edward. For many of us, the word hematology immediately brings back memories of long days at the hospital on Henryka, Dobrovolskiego, and Francuska Street, and perhaps a few sleepless nights before the weekly tests. Despite the challenges, one professor has left a lasting impression on all of us. Please join me in welcoming our Vice Dean, Professor Gregors Helbig, to the podium to say a few words.
Hello, everybody. I prepared a few words for you before we go. Dear graduates, distinguished faculty, families, friends, and colleagues, today is a day of celebration, gratitude, and pride. It marks the end of one demanding chapter and the beginning of a much greater one. You entered medical school with ambition, curiosity, perhaps some uncertainty. You live today as physicians, equipped with knowledge, trained in discipline, and entrusted with one of the most important responsibilities in society, the care of another human being. Medical school has tested you in many ways. It has challenged your memory, your endurance, your confidence, and sometimes your patience. You've spent long hours in lecture halls, laboratories, hospital wards, emergency rooms, and libraries. You have learned the language of anatomy, physiology, pathology, and clinical reasoning. But most importantly, you have begun to learn the language of patience, fear, hope, pain, silence, trust, and dignity. Medicine is not only a science, it's also art of presence. Patients will come to you not only for diagnosis and treatment, but also for reassurance, honesty, and humanity. They will not always remember the details of your explanations, but they will remember whether you listened, whether you respected them, and whether they felt safe in your care. As you begin your professional lives, I encourage you to carry the qualities with you. First, curiosity. Medicine changes constantly. A good doctor never stops learning. Stay open to evidence, ask questions, and never be satisfied with superficial answers. Second, humility. The white coat is not a symbol of superiority. It's a reminder of responsibility. There will be moments when you know what to do and moments when you do not. The best doctors are not those who never doubt, but those who recognize uncertainty and seek help when it's needed. And third, compassion. In a world of advanced technologies, diagnostic, artificial intelligence, molecular medicine, and rapidly developing therapies, compassion remains irreplaceable. Technology can support medicine, but it cannot replace the human bond between doctor and patient. You will meet patients on some of the most difficult days of their lives. Sometimes you will cure. Sometimes you will relieve suffering. Sometimes you will simply accompany someone when cure is no longer possible. Each of these roles matters significantly. Dear graduates, be proud of what you achieved, but remember that graduation is not the end of your formation as doctors. It's the beginning of lifelong commitment to knowledge, service, integrity, and humanity. May you have the courage to make a difficult decision, the wisdom to admit what you do not know, the strength to continue when the work is hard, and the kindness to see every patient as a person before seeing them as a diagnosis. Congrats to all of you. The profession of medicine welcomes you, and it needs you. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Helbig, for your continuous encouragement throughout our clinical rotations and even inspiring words today. It is now my pleasure to invite Professor Michał Starossolski for your kind words.
I'm not a professor, maybe someday, thank you. But this is the way where you also will be going. Rector, Dean, dear colleagues, professors and faculty, the family members, the not so long students, you'll become the gratitude. Sorry. Okay. Today is a special day for you, and it marks the end of the part one of the chapter of your life, and it begins a new chapter of your life. After years of study, numbers of the exams, clinical rotation, sleepless night, and moments of the doubt, today you become the doctors. But you need to remember the diploma what you will be holding in your hand is not the end. This is some trust what we give you, the trust what the society give you, and this what make you become the medical profession. And this is something more than graduation. And we and you entering a very, very difficult time in our history. You start your study in COVID-19, and probably you remember the pandemic time, how it was it. It was like the test for the medicine, it was the test for us as a teacher, for you as a student, for us as a medical professional as well. It shows the power of the medicine, and it shows our limitation as well. Today, it's also new challenges. Beyond our borders, there's a lot of the conflicts, a lot of the different human suffering and challenging the healthcare system around the world. The climate changes also showing us the new disease and new different way of thinking, and artificial intelligence. It can be our support for the diagnosis, but it can also be something what we should aware and be responsible. But today medicine with technology, it's something what can be precise, and the treatment can be the better for the patient. Telemedicine and digital technology are changing our healthcare system and the way how we treat the patient and the way how we thinking about the patient and disease. A medical degree is not the end of our learning, it's just a simply permission to begin. And I hope you will remember this. This is just your beginning of your learning. That's what you need to remember that you are not the machine. You are the human, and this is what we can. This is empathy, humility, responsibility, and the courage to make a decision when the answer is not exist or is different to find it. Dear graduates, you will work in the different countries, cultures, and healthcare system. You will speak in different language, but remember the medicine is the universal language. A language based on the science, ethic, collaboration, and belief that every human life is equal. Never forget the white coat is not the symbol of the power. It's the symbol of the responsibility. A privilege that must be earned every single day, again and again. You will make mistakes, like everybody makes the mistakes. But this what defines you is not you make the mistakes happen, but that you can learn from the mistakes and always place the patient being above your own ego. Remember that the modern medicine is a team effort. The best outcomes are achieved together, and please remember to take care of yourself as well. Doctors are not a machine. We need to be rest. We cannot be tired. You need to be looking for the support from your colleagues, friends, and then other people who knows and works with you. The only who care for themselves can truly care for the others. Dear graduates, in few moments you will receive your diploma, but the world does not only need the doctor with excellent knowledge. The world needs a doctor who are courage, honest, and humble. The doctors who define science in the time of disinformation, who build trust in the vision, and who offer hope in times of the crisis. Allowed me to leave you with one final thought. Your greatest success will not be the measuring by the titles, publication, or awards. It will be measuring by the numbers of the people who become of you, regain the health, dignity, hope, or simply the feeling that they are not alone. Congratulations, the classes 2026. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Michał Starasolski, for your wise words. The conferral of diplomas marks one of the most significant moments of today's ceremony. After years of lectures, exams, and surviving on far too much caffeine, we have finally reached this moment. For many of us, this is also the first time our parents truly believe we have been studying all these years. Today's diploma is more than a certificate. It represents resilience, sleepless nights, and ability to stay calm when everyone said this won't be on the exam, and then it was. It also marks the moment our professors can finally stop asking us questions and patients will start doing it instead. Today marks the day when our signatures officially become illegible for a very good reason. It is now my great pleasure to invite Professor Thomas Francis to the podium to begin the presentation of diplomas to our graduating candidates.
Dr. Monilola Dorcas Adesina. Dr. Farah Alami. Dr. Dua Saeed Alakmi. Dr. Jacques Gakuru. Źle wskoczył. No. Dr. Teta Gesana Ramona. Dr. Olga Levchenko. Dr. Sina Delis. Dr. Jane Umuto. Dr. Noor Omer. Dr. Zaigam Bukhari. Move, you guys, move. I will try. Dr. A.J. Panwar. Dr. Omar Mohammed Abdi. Dr. Martin Assi. Dr. Aryan Radmer. Dr. Salam Alawat. Dr. Sarah Ann Francisca Sequeira. Dr. Judith Ugwuya. Dr. Angelica Lika Tobias. Dr. Dudi Tsuya Pilchnik. Dr. Adam Tamam.
Move, you guys, move. I need to have space. Move. Move, you guys, move.
Dr. Adan Haj Yehia. Dr. Ella El Grabli. Dr. Gabriela Kapranov. Dr. Karim Haloumi. Dr. Katharina Kroschenbaum. Dr. Lama Mahajna.
Please move.
Dr. Maria Tofik Haj. Dr. May Lees. Dr. Nofar Akirao. Dr. Renana Ayubi Ferreira. Dr. Salma Deep. Dr. Sherbe Samih Mahmoud.
All right, moving on. As we reach this pivotal moment in today's ceremony, we turn our attention to a long-standing tradition that marks the transition from student to medical professional, the recitation of the physician's oath. This solemn pledge reflects ethical commitment and responsibility that each newly qualified doctor undertakes in service to their patients and the wider community. And now it's my honor to invite Professor George Helbig to podium to administer the physician's oath to our newly qualified doctors. Graduates, please stand.
Okay, so please repeat after me. May I start? Yes? Yes. I accept the medical physician's title with the utmost respect and gratefulness, and while being fully aware of all the responsibilities of this title. I hereby solemnly swear to fulfill all these responsibilities. To favor life and human health. To prevent suffering and illnesses within my best knowledge. and to offer relief to the sick without any preferences such as race, age, sex, disability, religion, sexual orientation, nationality, political views, financial status, and others. Aiming entirely at their good. To show respect by not abusing their confinement and by keeping the medical records even after their death. To protect the dignity of this medical status and not to tarnish it. To treat one's colleagues with kindness and respect. To constantly broaden one's medical knowledge. And to inform the medical circles about one's achievements, discoveries, or improvements in the field of medicine. I solemnly swear. I solemnly swear. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Now, I would like to invite our Dean, Professor Thomas Francis, to honor graduates who attained highest marks in the class.
Okay, but before we start with this part of the ceremony, dear doctors and colleagues, I would like that I'm a little bit disappointed. Now I can say that because you mentioned that you spent the sleepless night before the hematology classes, and dear Dean, it shouldn't be like that. I always thought that the hardest subject is biochemistry, and I'm really disappointed that it's not. But we will try to do our best, please believe me. Okay, but now is the time, it's a moment when we want to honor, the doctors who received the highest notes and the highest average of grades. During the 6 years, you passed something like 100 of different exams, but of course, among you, there are always people who achieve, the really very, very, very high notes. And my great honor and privilege is now to say that the 3 persons reach exactly the same average from all these exams. It's Gabriela Kapranov, please come to the stage, Farah Alami, and I'm sorry, I will try to do my best to pronounce it correctly. It's Maniola Dorcas Adeshina. I tried.
Moving on, it is now my great pleasure to move to a very special part of today's ceremony, the valedictorian speeches. Throughout our journey, there has been individuals who have not only achieved academic excellence, but also represented the spirit, resilience, and dedication of our graduating class. It is now my honor to invite our valedictorians to share a few words on behalf of graduating students. To begin with, I would like to invite Farah to the podium to deliver the first address. Please join me welcoming her.
Good morning, everyone. distinguished faculty, proud families, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Welcome, and thank you for joining us on this very special day. As I was thinking about what to say today, I found myself reflecting on a question we have all been asked countless times as children. What do you want to be when you grow up? Like many children, I never had just one answer. At different points in my life, I wanted to be a painter, a detective, an astronaut, a scientist. Every new interest became my future career. But through all those engaging, changing dreams, there was only one that has never left me: medicine. It followed me through childhood, through school, and eventually through the doors of this university. And today, standing here feels surreal. Because while becoming a doctor was always a dream, I never imagined just how much the journey itself would change me. I started medical school when I was only 17 years old, and at 17, 6 years felt endless. Graduation felt like something that belonged in a distant future. Then 4 years ago, during my second year, I sat in this very hall, watching my sister graduate from this university, Dr. Noor Al-Lami. And I need to pause on that moment because it meant to me more than I ever really said out loud. I remember sitting there, watching her walk across the stage, thinking she looked exactly where I hoped I would be one day. But what I remember even more clearly is everything she carried me through before and after that day. My sister was not just someone I watched graduate. She was the person who stood beside me through the hardest parts of my early years in medicine. The late nights when I was overwhelmed, the moments when I doubted myself, the days when everything felt heavier than I could explain. She was there in all of it, listening, encouraging, and reminding me to keep going even when I didn't fully believe it. And seeing her graduate in 2022 didn't just inspire me, it anchored me. It made this path feel real. And it gave me something to hold on to the years that followed. Of course, no dream is achieved alone. To my parents, thank you. Thank you for every sacrifice you made, every opportunity you gave me, and every time you encouraged me to keep going when the road felt difficult. And to my sisters, thank you for your love, your support, and for always believing in me. Having you beside me throughout this journey has been my greatest blessings. And to my friends who couldn't be here today, thank you for being my home away from home. You celebrated my victories, lifted me through my lowest moments, and reminded me that family isn't always defined by blood, but by the people who choose to stand beside you. And finally, as we close this chapter and begin the next one, remember, always shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Thank you.
Thank you, Farah, for your word. It is now my pleasure to invite Moni Lola to the podium for the next valedictorian speech.
Good day, distinguished professors, respected faculty members, honored guests, proud parents, families, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. Standing before you today as a valedictorian, class of 2020, is an honor I will cherish for the rest of my life. I am deeply grateful to Almighty God, to our lecturers who guided us with patience and dedication, to our families who stood by us through every challenge, and to every single person who has been a part of this beautiful journey. To our parents and families, especially those who have traveled from near and far to celebrate with us today, thank you for your sacrifices, your prayers, your encouragements, and your unwavering belief in us. We would not be standing here today without your love and support. When we first walked into medical school, many of us had no idea what lay ahead. We came with dreams, excitement, and perhaps a little fear. Along the way, we experienced sleepless nights, endless lectures, difficult examinations, clinical rotations, moments of self-doubt, and times when giving up seemed easier than carrying on. Yet today, here we are. Not because the journey was easy, but because we refused to quit. People often see the white coat and the title doctor, but they do not always see the sacrifices behind them, the missed celebrations, the tears after difficult exams, the countless hours of studying, and the determination it took to keep moving forward, even when we felt exhausted. Standing here today reminds me of something I have always believed and often say: with God, all things are possible. Those words have carried me through every challenge. They remind me that no dream is too big, no obstacle is too great, and no background can determine your future when faith, perseverance, and hard work come together. So I say to you today, my fellow graduates, never doubt yourselves. Never allow anyone to convince you that something is impossible. The greatest achievements often begin with someone who simply refused to believe they couldn't. As we leave this great university today, we will go to different parts of the world. We will choose different specialties. Some of us will become surgeons, physicians, pediatricians, psychiatrists, researchers, educators, and leaders in healthcare. Wherever life takes us, let us carry not only our medical knowledge, but also our compassion, integrity, humility, and commitment to serving humanity. Walk into every hospital, every clinic, every operating theater, and every community with your head held high. Be confident, but remain kind. Be knowledgeable, but never stop learning. Be successful, but never forget why you chose medicine in the first place. If I may share something personal, that little Nigerian girl who once dreamed of becoming a doctor could never have imagined standing here today. If my journey teaches anything, it is this: your dreams are valid. Your background does not define your destination. Your circumstances does not determine your future. With faith, determination, consistency, God's grace, extraordinary things are possible. To my fellow graduates, European and international program, I wish each and every one of you nothing but success and fulfillment. May we heal with compassion, lead with integrity, and continue learning throughout our lives. May we never lose the passion that brought us into medicine. Congratulations, medical class of 2026. The world is waiting for us. Let us go forward, knowing that we are ready, not only to practice medicine, but to make a difference. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you, Monilola. Moving on, over the course of studies, we have all experienced this journey in different ways, across different backgrounds, countries, and paths, and always with a shared goal that brought us together as one graduating class. It is now my great pleasure to invite our international program student representative to the podium to share a few words on behalf of this cohort. Please welcome Dr. Omar Mohammad Abdi.
Thank you, AJ. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you all for being here. My name is Omar Mohammad Abdi, and I have the honor of standing here today as the class representative of the international program. Today marks then the one chapter and the beginning of another. And standing here now, I realize that this journey was one I never walked alone. My years as a medical student at the Medical University of Silesia have been filled with moments I will carry with me forever. There were sleepless nights, endless studying, and times when the finish line felt too far away. But there was also moments of joy, taking your first patient history, understanding something that once felt impossible, and the small experiences that reminded me why I chose medicine in the first place. In clinical practice, diagnosing and treating disease may not always cure every illness or save every patient, but showing up, listening, and standing beside them in their most difficult moments can often matter more than we realize. It is the kind of care that we first learn by observing those that came before us. I would therefore like to express my deepest gratitude to all the doctors, professors, and teachers who guided us along the way. Thank you for your patience, your knowledge, and your dedication in shaping us not only into future doctors, but into better human beings. To my classmates, thank you all for trusting me to be your class rep this semester. It has been a rough but meaningful experience, and I sincerely appreciate your support, cooperation, and confidence in me throughout this journey. I truly wish each and every one of you success, fulfillment, and happiness in your career as future doctors. To my family, my brothers and sisters here today, thank you for standing beside me, believing in me, and supporting me every step of the way. I know I wasn't always easy to deal with growing up, so thanks for all the advice, all the random check-ins, and for always being there for me. I'm more than thankful to have you all in my life. And to my mom, thank you often feels too small. For every home-cooked meal, every word of encouragement, and every prayer you made for me along the way. Your faith, support, and love gave me strength when I felt like I had none left. I love you. I love you, and I'm forever grateful to you, Hoya Man. Above all, I thank Allah. Throughout this journey, God has been my greatest source of strength. Through every hardship, every moment I wanted to give up, and every difficult night, there was always something greater pushing me forward. And for that, Alhamdulillah, again and again. So I will end with this. As we move forward into the next stage of life, I pray that we remain humble, compassionate, and never forget why we chose this path in the first place. Congratulations to the class of 2026, and may the future ahead be filled with purpose, service, and kindness. Thank you.
Thank you, Omar, for your thoughtful words and for representing the international program. We now turn to European program. Our cohort defined by resilience, dedication, and a fair share of surviving the same exams, often wondering afterward if the questions were written in the same language as we all studied. It is my honor to invite our European program student representative to the podium for the addressing the graduating class. Please welcome Dr. Farah.
Good afternoon, everyone, once again. Today, I have the privilege of standing before you, not only as a graduate, but as someone who has had the honor of being class president for the past 6 years. And after 6 years, I think I can confidently say one thing: we may be graduating as doctors, but we will always remain exam survivors. Because if there is one thing that united our class, it was asking the same question before every exam: what topics are included? And somehow, despite asking 100 of times, the answer never made us feel any better. Over the past 6 years, we have shared countless lectures, practical classes, exams, and more stress than we can even think. We survived third year, we survived the endless hematology exams, and we survived exam sessions that felt impossible while we were living through them. And somehow, we made it. Somewhere along the way, we stopped being just classmates. We became a team, a support system, a family. For 6 years, we celebrated each other's successes and carried each other through disappointments. We shared notes, advice, encouragement, and occasionally panic, and a lot of it. As class president, I often found myself sending emails, asking questions, knocking on doors, and doing my best to make life a little easier for all of us. Whether it was trying to move exams before the exam session, answering endless questions, or representing our concerns, it was always worth it. I would also like to take a moment to thank someone who has helped our class more times than we can imagine, Mrs. Alexandra from the Dean's Office. Thank you. Thank you for your patience and kindness, and for helping us navigate countless questions, requests, and last-minute situations throughout the 6 years. Your support has meant so much. And soon, we will leave these classrooms and follow different paths. But no matter where life takes us, we will always share something very special. Looking back, some of my favorite memories aren't the big moments, they're the ordinary ones. The conversations before class, the panic before exams, and the relief after the exams. We spent so much time worrying about passing the next exam that we didn't notice what else was happening. We were growing up together, somewhere between lectures, practicals, exam sessions, and endless messages. 6 years quietly passed by. And soon, for the first time in 6 years, we won't all be in the same classroom. We won't all be sending messages in the same group chat, and life will take us in different directions. But whenever we look back on these years, I hope we remember just how lucky we were. Because not everyone gets to spend 6 years growing up alongside people who became part of their stories. So to my classmates, thank you for the memories, thank you for your laughter, thank you for the support, and thank you for the friendship. Congratulations, Doctor of 2026.
Thank you, Farah, for your words and for representing the European program with such pride and clarity. Moving on, I would like to invite Dr. Judith over to the stage.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, friends, family, and faculty. My name is Judith, and I have the honor of introducing our graduation video on behalf of the class of 2026. Over the past years, we've built something that's hard to put into words. Friendships formed in lecture halls, late-night study sessions, and every chaotic moment in between. We've seen each other at our most exhausted, our most determined, and our most ridiculous. For our friends and family here today, you've seen us home after exams, after long weeks carrying the weight of it. You've held us through the parts that weren't easy. But there's a whole other side that you may not have gotten to see. The laughter, the inside jokes, the moments that kept us going. Everyone sent in their pictures and memories, and we've put them together into something for all of us to take forward. This is the lighter side. This is our journey. Thank you.
College, and I met people who, for whatever reason, decided to be my friends. And they taught me everything, really. They made me, and make me, into someone better than I really am. You won't understand what I mean now, but someday you will. The only trick of friendship, I think, is to find people who are better than you are. Not smarter, not cooler, but kinder and more generous and...
Nights we don't remember, with friends we won't forget. Yeah, I'd do it all again if I could. So pour me one more drink, bartender. Let's raise a glass to them. Here's to nights we don't remember, with friends we won't forget.
Told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days. Keep my hands on myself. Pick out dust them off, put them back up on the shelf. Kiss my little baby girl is in need. Am I coming out of left field? Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kickstart. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over now, but I feel it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Got another mouth to feed. Leaving with the babies till the mama call the grave digger. Gone with the falling leaves. Am I coming out of left field? Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might have had your fill, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks. Yeah, your lovers and a bitch for my heart to eclipse now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Ooh, I'm a rebel just for kicks now. Let me kick it like it's 1986 now. Might be over now, but I feel it still. Might have had your fill, but I feel it still.
A simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. I came across
Now I would like to invite Dr. Omar onto the stage for the closing remarks.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we draw this ceremony to a close, I would like to offer a final words on behalf of the graduating class. To our university leadership, faculty members, and academic staff, thank you for your knowledge, your unwavering dedication, your patience, and your commitment to excellence. You have not only educated us, but shaped us into professionals ready to shoulder the responsibilities that come with this title. To our family, friends, and loved ones, your sacrifices, support, and quiet strength have carried us through the most challenging moments of this journey. This achievement is as much as yours as it is ours. And to my fellow graduate, we began this path full of ambition and questions. And along the way, we were tested, stretched, and at times truly exhausted. But we have emerged not only with knowledge, but with resilience, compassion, and a sense of purpose no textbook could ever teach. Today does not mark the end of our learning. It marks the beginning of our service. The white coat is not a finish line, but a symbol of trust, responsibility, and a lifelong commitment to care. Congratulations once again to the class of 2026, and thank you very much.
Now, I would like to request everyone, please stand up for Godima's Igitor and recessional.
Gaudamus igitur, Juven estum sumus. Gaudamus igitur, Juven estum sumus. Post jucundam juventutem, post molestam selectutem,
Last but not the least, it is my great pleasure to invite all graduates to please come forward and join me on stage for one final moment together. Let's celebrate the class of 2026. Congratulations, doctors.
stage yabo ko isa nabi kagenda imbere
مش اي حدا بتصورها هاي بحكي نو
All right, if everyone's up here, let's toss the caps. 3, 2, 1.